I don't let my health issues define me. They're simply a detour in some of the goals that I set for myself. Hi, my name is Rob Bessiger. Forever Strong is both a journey and an inspirational book I've been working on for more than 12 years. 4, because I turned 40 this year. Ever, because I'm going to be doing a hiking expedition to Mount Everest. And Strong, because in spite of all the obstacles I've faced, I've remained strong throughout. The original reason I began this book is because I was going through hard times with my medical condition, and I really wanted to reach out to others who were going through medical difficulties. My first cardiac diagnosis came in 2000. I was rushed to the hospital by my sister, and I was first diagnosed with atrial fibrillation. 3 years later, I continued to have cardiac problems, and as a result, I had to have surgery to install a defibrillator pacemaker. Essentially, the entire electrical system of my heart was not working properly. In 2006, I was diagnosed with myotonic muscular dystrophy, which is a form of muscular dystrophy that can potentially affect your heart conditions as well as the extremities of your body. Myotonic dystrophy has had a tremendous impact on my family. It is a progressive muscle disease with no cure. My day-to-day struggles of fatigue and pain have not been easy, and there's no way to tell what the future may hold, so I try to take every opportunity to enjoy the present. In 2011, I was scheduled to have what's called an ablation procedure, and I had my ablation. We thought that everything went great. 3 days later, my heart rate spiked to more than 250 beats a minute, and my defibrillator fired more than 18 times over the course of an hour. That night was one of the most physically and emotionally horrific experiences I've ever endured. The pain was unlike anything I could explain or had ever experienced before. I literally had to fight for my life. After that night, my heart rate continued to spiral out of control. I went through another 2 ICD shocks over the course of the year and had 4 more cardiac-related surgeries to try to remedy the situation. I had another 6 ER visits, 5 ambulance rides, and 4 calls to 911, along with a collapsed lung. For me to overcome some of these health issues, it's extremely difficult. It's not just a physical battle that we need to face, but it's also an emotional battle, and it's something that's been really hard for me over the course of the last 15 years. Trying to overcome my health difficulties has been a matter of simply trying to continue to enjoy my life, doing the things that I want to do, setting goals for myself, continuing to play sports, and really reaching out to others who are going through the same types of difficulties. I've always been an adventurer, and I absolutely love to travel. In 2012, there was a medical expedition going to Mount Everest. Unfortunately, as a result of the medical problems I endured in 2011, my physicians were dead set against it. And after 2 years of preparing for this, I finally got the clearance in 2014 to move forward with my trip. In April of 2015, I'm going to be doing a hiking expedition to the base camp of Mount Everest. Professionally trained athletes sometimes have a hard time acclimating to the high altitude. My doctors are not necessarily in favor of me taking this trip. However, they do understand my ambitions and have helped me take the necessary precautions to make it as safe as possible. The fact is, nobody can predict how my muscle disease and my heart disease is going to be impacted by the high altitude. Obviously, there's no exact way to prepare for a hiking expedition to Mount Everest. However, I have tried to take as many precautions as I could. I did do some hiking at high altitude out in Colorado. I've done some extensive cardiovascular and TRX training at least 5 times a week for the last several months. TRX is a suspension training where you use your body weight, and it really focuses on core work as well as muscular endurance, which helps a lot for the trip. I can't wait to climb to the base camp of Mount Everest. From that point, I'll be able to look back at all the things that happened to me in 2011 and know that I'm putting an exclamation point on my recovery. The purpose of the book is to serve as an inspiration for others who are going through difficult times and need some support. I remember when I went through my struggles initially and how difficult it was for me to be able to reach out to people and find support groups. The process of writing this book has also served a purpose with me in helping me continue to heal. We can all make our own decisions. We can all be in charge of who we are, what we do, and be forever strong.